here for my science project, I'm going to be using eggs and vinegar. The first part of my experiments, we're going to see which kind of vinegar can make the egg bounciest and most durable. The second part is to see if we can make the egg more bouncier and more durable. First, we need to know what an egg is, what vinegar is. This is the anatomy of an egg. This is their shell, and this is the membranes. Now we are going to take a closer look at the shell. The shell has pores. The vinegar gets into this pore space and deteriorates the shell. The shell is made out of calcium carbonate. This is what the molecule looks like. Another name for vinegar is acetic acid. This is the acetic acid molecule. Now we're going to do the equation of the chemical reaction. The formula is CaCO3 calcium carbonate, which is the eggshell, CH3COOH acetic acid, which is the vinegar. When a chemical reaction happens, it turns into CaCH3COO2, which is calcium acetate, known as calcium salt. H2O, which we all know is water. CO2, carbon dioxide, will come off the eggshell as bubbles. There are 11 types of vinegar. The most popular 6 are distilled white, white wine, red wine, apple cider, rice, balsamic. For our first experiment, we're going to use each of these 6 vinegars. The goal is which kind of vinegar dissolves the eggshell the best, while leaving the membrane as strong as possible. My hypothesis is that balsamic vinegar or apple cider vinegar are the best because they are thicker vinegars. And maybe some of the vinegar will make it into the membrane to make it stronger. Come on, let's go find how many vinegars we can find in our pantry. In our pantry, we have 3 different types of vinegar. We have balsamic vinegar, rice vinegar, and apple cider vinegar. Now let's go to the store to get the supplies. We're at our local grocery store. Let's go get our supplies. We gathered our supplies. We wrote down each type of vinegar's initials on each cup. We also wrote the percentage of acidity each vinegar has. 2.0, 2.2, 2.5, 2.2, 2.1. Now we are going to pour the vinegar in. We got all the eggs in their respective vinegar. A couple of them are even floating. The balsamic vinegar and apple cider vinegar. They only been in the vinegar for a couple of minutes. You can see the CO2 bubbles already forming. Our start time for this experiment is 7:30 p.m. We'll be checking the eggs again in 12 hours at 7:30 a.m. Then again at the 24-hour mark, which will be 7:30 p.m. It's 7:30 in the morning and eggshell has not deteriorated enough. So we're gonna leave the eggs in there for 12 more hours and see what will happen. You can see the calcium acetate or calcium salt above the surface of each vinegar. Now we're going to build the box that we're going to be dropping the eggs in. And we think we have all the materials we need. So let's get started. Egg-Secution box. The ruler is for how far my egg can bounce. And the plastic is for when we drop the egg and the egg breaks, we could clean it up easily. That's why I named it Egg-Secution box. It has been 24 hours since we put the eggs in the vinegar. Now we are ready to wash them, weigh them, and bounce them. After we washed the eggs, we came across very interesting observations. The RWV egg feels smooth. It's very squishy. It has a hard part on its air pocket, and it is smaller than the original egg. The apple cider vinegar weighed 2.2, now it weighs 2.6. It feels smooth and it is squishy. The hard part on it is the air pocket and it is larger than the regular egg. The distilled white vinegar egg weighed 2.5, now it weighs 3.0. And it feels salty. It's squishy all over. It doesn't have any hard spots and is larger than the regular egg. The balsamic vinegar egg used to weigh 2.3, now it weighs 2.2. It's salty, hard all over, and it is smaller than a regular egg. The rice vinegar egg weighed 2.0, now it weighs 2.2. It is salty, it is very squishy. One hard spot on the side of it. It was floating on the surface of the vinegar and is the same size as a regular egg. The white wine vinegar egg, it weighed 2.1, now it weighs 2.0. It is a soft, movable shell. It is hard on top and bottom, and it is smaller than the regular egg. Now it's time for the execution. Yep, it exploded. We have determined the apple cider vinegar and distilled white vinegar will make the egg most bounciest and durable. However, when the apple cider vinegar made the egg float, it left one hard spot on the eggshell. And my mom's super happy about that because it's the cheapest. The second part of my experiment, we're gonna try to make the egg more bouncier and more durable. The items we will be using is regular basic cooking thickeners, cornstarch, xanthan gum, arrowroot, gelatin, and maple syrup. My hypothesis is maple syrup will work the best because it is a rubbery texture that will make the egg super bouncy. We are now going to put the eggs inside distilled white vinegar for 24 hours after we weigh them. It is 24 hours later. Now we're going to wash the eggs and mix the thickeners. But we washed the eggs as good as we could so that when we make the thickeners, as much of it as possible will soak into the membrane. Now it is time to weigh the eggs. 2.5. Ooh, sweet mama pie. Ooh, much more bigger. This one's 2.4. 2.8 ounces. Now we're gonna start putting in the thickeners. We are gonna fill up the maple syrup cup first. We are going to mix 3 tablespoons each thickener with water. The eggs have been sitting in the thickeners for 24 hours. Now we are going to wash them, weigh them, and observe them. We have great observations for you. This is the gelatin egg. Can't break this apart. There we go. What?
Go ahead and pull it out. Gently.
The gelatin is kind of yellow. It is soft all around. The arrowroot, as you can see, is a nice light tan color, is firm and squishy all over. The maple syrup egg is extremely squishy and hard on the inside. Nice pretty brown color. The membrane has a paper-like quality to it. It is very delicate and it has no firmness at all. The egg has a whitish tan color. It is very firm. Still squishy. Let me show you how the xanthan gum that we pulled it out of looks. Pretty cool, right? This is the cornstarch egg. It is much larger than it was before. The egg has a whitish tan color. It feels full and very squishy. Now it is time for the second execution. the stairs. I hope we break it. Bye.
Drop.
The maple syrup finally broke at 8 feet, 9.5 inches. My experiment has concluded. Maple syrup egg was the most durable, but the xanthan gum egg was the most bounciest. Thanks for watching my experiment. I'll see you next year.